Year's 2026 and you've decided you want to start your own detailing company. Let's get into it. Number one, get ready for nothing to go your way. Okay, just first and foremost, nothing is ever going to go your way. There's always going to be something, if it's your own company, there's always going to be something that gets in the way, that halts production, that holds you up, that stops you, that plants you dead in your tracks. Today, it's a water tank issue. So we got water tank swapped out, filling back up. It's 9:30, a half hour late to my first job. Customers aware, it's a monthly, so I've known them for quite a while. They're never home when we go anyways, so it's all good, but now it puts my second job of the day behind. So there's always gonna be something that gets in the way. Yep, just the way that it is. Number two, the competition is absolutely insane nowadays. Everybody thinks that they can be a detailer and it's out of control. It really is. The unfortunate part, it wouldn't even be so bad if it were solely based on experience, professionalism, customer service, and results, quality, right? That's unfortunately not what it's based on 90% of the time. 90% of the time you're going to get a call, hey, how much? Or how soon? Okay, and right now I'm a month out on my schedule. I'm not the cheapest one in town, but my quality far surpasses just about everybody else. That's just the reality of it. However, the customer doesn't know that until they work with you. So, yeah, you're competing with guys that'll do it for a dime on the dollar, right? So if your price is $250, they might do it for $100, and it makes it very tough to compete, especially in a small market that's oversaturated. And then come April, May, you start getting all the guys on Facebook that are unemployed and have a bottle of Armor All in a shop vac and call themselves detailers, and they'll do it for $50, and then you're competing with those and trying to explain the differences as to why you stand out, why you're different, and why your quality will be better. So that's number two. Number three, it's a very hard job and you probably won't make it. I'm just gonna be very blunt here. You probably won't survive. You probably won't make it. Due to a number of different reasons, but you probably won't make it. Number one, it's very hard work. It is hard work. It is very labor driven. It's really hard work. There's low overhead. You're gonna work your body to death. And I didn't realize that when I was 20 and started detailing, and then 25, started out on my own, and then now I'm 30. And I'm starting to see the toll that it can take on your body. Knees, ankles, your neck and back, especially my neck. My neck has been a huge issue of mine for about a year. And I think we can safely determine that there's probably 70% help from detailing as to why my neck is in constant pain. But I've not necessarily been super nice to my body either, so that's the other 30% over the years. But constantly looking down, it'll get you. So yeah, not only that, but 95% of people that start this don't make it through a couple months, and then they realize how much competition there is, how much marketing you have to do, how little support there is from your peers or even your customers sometimes. Like, it's very tough to get customers to go to bat for you. Now, if you do bad, they'll be the first ones to jump on every post and make sure nobody comes to visit you. But for the other 150 people, 200 people, 1,000 people that you do a good job for, the likelihood of them tagging you in posts or helping spread your business isn't great. It really isn't great. That's where I lack a lot. So I don't have like a younger clientele. Most of my clientele is 50, 60, probably somewhere around there. And I don't have them on Facebook going to bat for me and helping spread the word. So it makes it a little more difficult. In addition to those things, it's just hard work. It really sucks. It really isn't fun. You know, going out and washing your own vehicle and, you know, maybe even polishing your own vehicle, that's one thing. That's one thing, and that's why I loved it so much. I loved seeing my vehicle clean. But when you start doing it for a living, it's no longer fun. And you'll neglect your own vehicle, which is the entire reason why you got into it in the first place. And it really just isn't so much fun anymore. Especially now that we're on the mobile side. When I was in shop only, it was still okay. Now that we're doing a lot mobile, I'd say almost 50-50. But now that we're doing a lot more mobile, I realize how much more I hate it. The industry is definitely moving towards a mobile setting for your general details. Now, ceramic coatings, window tint, things like that, a little different. Obviously, in shop, it's going to be better quality. Have the ability to do more in shop, but for convenience factor, the people that get it done once, twice, 3, 4 times a year, mobile is the way to go. Unfortunately, that's just the reality of it. So, but the mobile sucks. The mobile's good for like 2 months out of the year, that being March and October, when it starts to cool down and it's not so brutally hot. But yeah, overall, the mobile thing is not super fun. All right, another thing that people don't understand is cost of things. So early on, you don't need a whole lot. You need your chemicals, you need some tools to start up. You don't need a whole lot to really get your foot in the door for detailing. But as time goes on and you get busier, you're going to want some sort of customer retention management or CRM. I use Detailer Made. It's the cheapest one out there. All I really need is to keep my clients in one place and keep a good look on my calendar. And so that's all we use it for. It's $29 a month. It's the lowest price one I've been able to find. $29 a month. $360-ish a year. Not bad there. Your insurance. My insurance personally, I have the van insured under my personal policy, not under the business policy, since nobody else is driving it. Insurance is $29 a month. There's another $360, or it might be $49. I don't even know. It comes out automatically, and it is what it is. And then to stand out amongst 20 other guys in a town of 20,000, you have to run ads. And you don't have time to run ads because you're working all the time. So you have to pay an agency to run ads. So that's about $16,000 a year that we pay. It's $500 a month plus $30 a day in ad spend. And yes, you do get to turn the ads on and off as you need to. Like right now, my ads are off. I'm booked out a month. I can't take on any more jobs. Plus the people that were responding to the ads, they really weren't wanting to look out that far. So yeah, that makes it tough. Yeah, cost that goes into it once you really start to grow. It just, everything adds up. It adds up to a lot. So yeah, it's tough, but gotta keep going. Last but not least, and this isn't true across the board, this isn't for everybody, but, and I don't want to offend any of my customers or anybody watching this, because 90% of them are okay, but people suck. People absolutely suck. They will squeeze every dime out of the service that they can. Setting clear, let me rephrase. Setting clear expectations up front as to what your client can expect should be your number one priority in every single job that you go into. It's not so much that your customer sucks. There are some that do. There are just some that suck. But majority of those issues are unclear expectations. Your customer is expecting more. You know exactly what you do, but your customer doesn't know it. Mainly in the exterior department. A lot of people think that, you know, for $250 they're going to get an interior detail, an exterior detail, you're going to polish it, you're going to remove all the swirls and scratches, and that's just not the reality. Unfortunately, just not how things go. But yeah, it's a lucrative business for sure. It's tough, and it's getting tougher every day. If it were 2026 and I were starting over, if I was a 20-year-old Brandon again, or even 25-year-old Brandon, would I do this again? No, probably not. I mean, looking back at it now, it's hindsight's 2020. You know, it's got me everything I have now. I can't be more thankful for what detailing has given me, but it's a tough business. It's a really tough business to be in, and it's constant comparison. It's constant competition. It's just a constant. It's a constant battle within your own mind and against everybody else, and it's tough. It's really tough. It fluctuates, at least in my area, so greatly with gas prices and economy. So if everything's doing pretty crappy, good luck. You're not going to see anybody for a little bit. Your phone calls are going to be limited. Everything's going to be kind of on the down low. You're just going to be slow. You're going to slow down for a little bit. Now, stimulus checks and tax returns and everything like that, yeah, you're going to go crazy for a little bit. Summertime rush is like nothing else, but there's always going to become a time, there's always going to be a time where it slows back down, and it's this huge cycle, and it's typically the same for everybody. You can look around and every shop will be slow, and then every shop will get slammed, and it's crazy how the economy and how the whole cycle works. I don't completely understand it, but that's how it's gone for 5 years so far, and I don't think anything's going to change anytime soon. The year 2026, I would not open a detail shop or start detailing in 2026. Long story short, the market is already oversaturated. That's going to be your biggest issue, is that everybody thinks they can do it. The market's already oversaturated, and it's tough to get a name out there when there's already 20 other people that are doing it. That's number one. Number two, it's just hard work. And I promise you, if you start in your 20s, you're not going to want to do it in your 40s. You're probably not going to want to do it in your 30s. I have reached a point in my life at 30 years old, and it didn't really get bad until this year. This year was my busiest year so far. But I've just reached a point where I don't want to do this anymore. I'm ready to throw in the towel. I'm ready to hang it up. Of course, it's all I've got right now, so I'm going to and from work every day. I'm busting my butt. My customers are still getting the same quality, but I absolutely do not love this anymore. I don't love it whatsoever. I don't have any clue what else I want to do, but I don't want to do this. That's all I know, is that I don't want to do this anymore. And it's tough because it's all I've ever known. I mean, I've worked fast food, I worked a body shop, I worked a factory, and I started my own business. And now I'm kind of stuck. So we got to figure something out. But I mean, all in all, detailing has been very good to me. My business has been very good to me. My talent has been tremendous to me. It's given me everything I've got. I mean, I now have 3 kids that I'm raising, 1 of my own, 2 bonus children, girlfriend, 2 dogs. I have my own house. Toys, I mean, you get into toys. We've got 5 dirt bikes. We've got a toy hauler. We had a side-by-side. I mean, it'll give you everything you want. I have a little bit set back for retirement. I have a little bit set back in the bank. Like, things are okay, right? It's not like I'm done. I want to be done because the business is failing. I want to be done because the work sucks. The stress that comes with it sucks. Comparing yourself to somebody every single day. Why did they get this coating job and I'm stuck with an interior detail this day? It sucks. And you'll get in your head so quick about all of it, and it is so hard to shake it, get back out of it, and get back in the motivation to do good on your own. They say that comparison is the thief of joy, and I have 150% realized that once I started my own business. And I don't think if I had, you know, there are other businesses out there where I don't think you do compare yourself. Maybe you're selling a product, not a service. I think service-based businesses, it would be tough. But others, I think, you know, you're selling a product. They either want your product or they don't. And I think it makes it a lot easier not to compare yourself, because you don't have, let's say you're a little hardware store or something. Let's just use that for an example. Your little hardware store, Home Depot, or even another hardware store isn't posting that they sold a Milwaukee leaf blower today, right? So you don't see that. You don't see what they're doing every day, day in and day out. But detailing, it's like, oh, we post every single job we do. All of us do. So it's tough. Detailing's been so good to me. It created a dreamer within me, right? So always dreaming of the next thing, always dreaming of and I'm not talking about like bigger houses, nicer trucks, nicer cars, whatever. I'm talking about the dream of business and the dream of freedom and things like that. It has built me to be somebody who dreams of larger things. Putting those things into motion, a whole different story. But I have 500 different ideas in my head as to what I want to do. All of them cost an astronomical amount of money. One last thing that I've realized is that employees suck. Employees are terrible. I hired a girl that tried to start her own detail shop. I worked with her at a body shop, so I knew that she knew what she was doing. I thought she knew what she was doing, but it turns out she had no idea what she was doing. In addition to not knowing what she was doing, she argued like she did know what she was doing. She thought I was looking for a partner in the business and not somebody to work in the business. I don't know where she got that idea from, but this was never a partnership. I'm 5 years in at this point. Why would I need a partner, especially a partner without capital? You know, I don't need somebody that doesn't have money. If somebody that has money wants to come in and has an idea, sure, by all means, let's go. But I would never partner with somebody that doesn't have money, because it doesn't make sense. And a partnership 5 years in sounds insane. I just needed an employee, and somewhere along the line, expectations got twisted, and showed up the second day, smoking weed. In the same sentence, tells me she's pregnant. Took about 10 cigarette breaks. I'm like, yeah, this isn't gonna work. So, had to nip that in the butt real quick, and yeah, that's that.